Well, I mean,
he's 2-0. They gave him Curtis Blades.
the heavyweight division is the worst division it's created since 145
Yes,
at
but
women's.
he's 2-0, and he got Curtis Blades because of his persona.
I've never heard of the nigga.
Over the top WWE wrestler.
We on mic now.
Yeah. Over the top.
I've never heard of this nigga.
You got to watch him. Like, you will like him because you like wrestling, and he's like Chael Sonnen times 2. Not nearly as funny. Way more cringe, but 100% WWE.
The Black Beast got knocked out
Yeah.
in his last fight, and then he moved up 3 spots. He went from number 10 to number 7.
Yeah, you know why, though?
The heavyweight division is depleted.
Terrible.
The heavyweight division is worse than 145 women's right now. The heavyweight division is only second to 135 women's. It's horrible. They need anybody they could get.
Yeah.
You could go in heavyweight right now. You could fight for the belt in 2 fights, right? That's how it goes.
It'd be rough if I get kicked in the leg one time.
We can
That
put you on
probably-
we can put you on a weight training system.
That would
get you up
probably
there.
be it. And what's crazy is if I did everything in my power to gain as much weight biologically possible in a 12-week period, say best case scenario, they gave me 12 weeks, I think max I would be 207 pounds.
Fuck's what? Take a
Maybe.
year. Take a year. You could come at heavyweight. You'd be so much faster than them, and you'd be so much more skilled than them.
But if I got kicked once,
Dog,
I would lose.
they be tired. If they miss a kick, it would take them
True,
two
true.
rounds to load up the next one. But
Let me really think.
Pereira is about to be the next heavyweight champion of the
100%.
world. If he doesn't fight John Jones, if he fights John Jones, it's over. Okay, hello, goodbye. But on the next fight, he's the next heavyweight champion of the world.
You think Alex should fight John?
Hell no.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
What? Why would he do that?
I don't know.
You have the most goodwill out of anybody in the UFC right now. You took a loss. It did not matter. You got knocked out by Israel Adesanya. It does not matter. You lost to the 205 guy. It doesn't matter. You beat him the next fight quicker than you beat anybody else.
That was terrifying.
Now you're going up to heavyweight. Why would you fight John Jones?
Yeah, that was terrifying.
Listen, John Jones is playing the game. Play the game, Alex Pereira. Tell them no when they ask you for John, when they send that contract for John Jones. Let them make you fight Cyril Gahn. That's
That
who
would
you
be
want to fight.
lit.
That's who you want to fight.
That would be high key crazy.
That's who you want to fight. You
Damn,
don't
that'd
want to
be
fight
lit.
John Jones.
That'd be lit.
He's going to wrestle you immediately,
No,
and the fight's going to be over.
I mean, the only time he will touch John is when they touch gloves at the beginning.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
John-
I don't even want to see that fight.
Yeah, John don't go off emotion, nigga. He's gonna shoot a low single and win, like immediately.
He's going to shoot a high eye poke, and then he's going to take you straight to the ground
Yeah.
and motherfucking in something, break something. Don't do it.
And
dog.
the thing about the UFC, like I will tell you, is you're gonna lose, man. And I'm not just saying that because I've lost and I just lost. You will lose. Why? The system is designed for you to lose. Meaning, like, say you're the best fighter ever to ever live, and what would happen is what happened to Marab. Simply because we have to cut weight, biologically, you're not designed to do this over X period of time. Now, if you could just fight, like show up at the gym, like, yo, Dana, Marab, you want to fight him today? That's a different story. You may be able to run through everybody, but simply because you have to cut weight, what that does to your body, you just can't keep it up. Whether you're winning and winning and winning, eventually your body will fail you because you're cutting like that and you're not in your normal state. If we didn't have to, sure. But if you just keep going, eventually there's something's going to happen in a weight cut. The next day you're not going to feel the same and you're just going to be off, and then that'll be an L.
So do you think Marab, I mean, clearly it was, but do you applaud him for the attempt, or do you kind of say, you
No,
should've
I
did
don't
that
applaud him for the attempt.
shit? He didn't have to fight that fight.
No.
Again, play the game a little bit.
Yeah. So like for me, the same thing with Charles Johnson, my teammate. Shout out to Charles. He's fighting here in 2 weeks. I think this is just my perspective. Charles won 4 fights in a calendar year. I think he had in a calendar year.
Wow.
Yeah. The year he knocked out Joshua Van.
That's crazy.
I think he had the record of the most wins in a calendar year. It's either him or Hamzat or Kevin Holland. One of them.
Hamzat was the closest.
Time, yeah. But then someone beat him. Pause. But I think Kevin Holland has him beat on the time slot. But my advice to Charles was like, chill. After he beat Van, like 6 months, run it up. You know what I'm saying? Like get on IG, like talk a little bit, get your body back. You know what I'm saying? And he went in and fought that little roided up cheater who popped for steroids and got suspended. That fight that he lost to that Russian guy, 16-0, he popped for steroids.
Damn.
Yeah. But what's odd, they didn't take back the win because he popped right after the fight. Now, clearly he was on steroids.
Clearly.
During the fight. You don't pop post. So the USADA check after the fight, he popped for steroids. So like when they pulled up at his crib the week after the fight, he popped for steroids. Clearly he had steroids in his system. He was able to bypass the system somehow. But that's an X factor that he didn't need to take, in my opinion. And the same thing with Marab, like 4 fights in a year. Yeah, if you win, now you're in kind of a league of your own. But also they don't care after that.
It's a high risk, high reward game because you got somebody like Waldo Acosta Cortez who went from being absolutely nobody, a boring run of the mill heavyweight, to someone who fought 3-4 times in a year. You got Kevin Holland. The only reason why we're speaking on his name is because he's an entertaining guy. He got some good wins, but it's because during the pandemic he was fighting every other day. You saw his name every other day. Buckley did the same thing, fought a lot. Yeah, that is the best way in the UFC as a contender. If you want to get to that belt quick, you got to take a bunch of fights.
Absolutely.
But it comes with a bunch of risk. So the problem is once you get there, when do you make the decision to start playing the game a little bit?
You have to.
As a business. It's a business.
You have to play the game because the show goes on.
Yeah.
Right? It doesn't matter. Like when you lose, they don't care. The show goes on. So once you get that nugget, that belt, you got to hold on to it, you know? And I'm not saying like go off and hiding, going to Caucasus Mountains, you know what I'm saying, like Hamza is doing. But you just have to play the game a little bit smarter than losing it in a calendar year after fighting 4 times.
Yeah, but, Kevin Holland fought 5 times in a calendar year.
He
won.
No, he won 5 in a row. I don't think he won 5 in a calendar year.
Oh, not in a calendar year?
I think it was 4. I think he did beat Charles Pauls for the record, but he won 5 in a row. Maybe it was 5 in a calendar year.
It says, this is Google. Now, if you trust Google, if you trust AI,
maybe it was.
It says Kevin Holland beat 5 people, and he KO'd Jacare at the end of it.
That's crazy.
Pretty much propelled him to stardom.
Yeah.
Neil Magny did it. But
Neil did do it.
But he did it against Tim Means and like Alex Garcia. So you know what I mean?
Nah, but
he
that
stayed being Neil Magny during that time.
But remember Tim Means when this happened, it was relative to the time, right?
Tim Means is a good opponent, but
great opponent.
But it's not Jacare Souza. You know what I'm saying?
No. But also Tim Means was Tim Means back then, you know, and when
are you saying Tim means more back then than he does now? Is that what you're trying to say?
I didn't get a zoom in on your face.
I said Tim means more than he does now.
He's an older fighter, man, like great fighter. But
and Roger Huerta did it, by the way.
Wow,
he did 5-0 in 11 months, capping it off with Clay Guida.
Damn.
Roger Huerta.
Shout out to Roger Huerta. He's lit. He's a legend. Damn, I didn't know he did that though. That's lit.
He did it in 2000. Hold up, was it 2011? Yeah, something like that. 2011.
Damn,
no, he did it in 2007.
Yeah, that should get more buzz, but the UFC wasn't what it was.
Back then, it wasn't what it was.
Damn, that's hard to do.
And it wasn't in front of as many people.
Yeah. That's lit. And damn, that's tough. But the UFC, why the UFC doesn't have stars like NBA and NFL is simply because you see them more, right? So like in the NBA season, there's 82 games. You're constantly seeing basketball players. Even football, like during the season, regardless of there being 16, 17 games, still that's a lot of fucking games.
Yeah.
Compared to like you're not gonna fight 16 times in a year. So like you just see these people more.
Yeah.
So that's why it's such a niche sport, man. It's really hard to propel yourself.
But it's funny because it's a niche sport, but fighting is the most common sport. It's the most intuitive sport. If anybody's watching a fight, you can kind of understand who's winning, who's losing immediately, right? Even a girl, even someone who's never watched a fight before. Boxing is also a niche sport, if you think about it. Most people only know one or two boxers over the course of 5 to 10 years. The average person doesn't know everybody's name. They know one or two people, and that's what they know. So the reason why I say this is because promotional-wise, the UFC is unique in that it's one promoter that has to promote over 1,000 people. Never before fighting sports have you have something like that. It's one promoter that promotes maybe a stable 5 to 10 different boxers or what have you, or 5 to 10 different sports stars if you're you work for a media management company. But never before in history has one company had to promote this many people. So for fighting purposes. And I think that's what changes it. It makes it so that nobody stands out, because they're basically saying, we're going to give you a blank slate and you make yourself stand out. And most fighters in the UFC, combined with the martial arts, traditionally, you're not supposed to be braggadocious. You're not supposed to be, this is supposed to be honorable. You know what I mean? Same thing with wrestling. Like, there's honor to it. You got to shake hands before and after. You know, if the guy doesn't shake his hand after he loses, it's a catastrophe in the sport. Everybody's talking about it. Oh, he didn't shake his hand. You know what I mean? So when Chael got on is when he went against that. Like, I'm not bowing. I'm not shaking your hand, whatever. That's what put him on. The bad boy of whatever. Just anybody who stands out is people who open their mouth and talk.
Facts.
And I think with the UFC, at first, when it was the Fertittas and Dana and all of them, they were passionate about it. And I think now it's kind of like, we know how to get you over. We're not going to go the extra mile. You got to go the extra mile. And if you go the extra mile, we might shine some light your way. And that's pretty much it. Like, I don't think they try harder. They don't try as hard as they used to. The UFC.
No, you don't think?
Absolutely not.
Nah,
Absolutely not.
Dana will like pull out his cell phone and be like, next week, UFC 330. Ox Sampson versus Paul Brown. Tune in. That shit is crazy.
That nigga they be like, who you think is going? I don't even know who's on the card. I don't know. Who we got? Who's fighting next week? Just talking to somebody off camera and say, who's fighting? Yeah, him.
Like,
yeah, checked out, my nigga.
Shout out to Dana, but the concept of that is crazy to me. Yeah, like
this is what the UFC's product is right now, nigga. You see this thing? You see this?
Yo,
this is what it turned into. Nigga. Yeah, all you niggas put this on, nigga.
Yo, like,
look at this shit, dog.
I have a stable of grass cutting shoes, and shout out to the UFC. But I'm lit out there in the lawn. You know what I'm saying? Like, I use all these shits to cut the grass. All these shits, man. That's what I use these drones for. You know what I'm saying?
Do you feel like The Rock when you put them on?
I feel homeless when I put them on. But
The Rock don't cut his own grass.
Yeah.
But like, shout out to Dana,
he
man.
did when he only had
changed my
$5.
life, man. Shout out to Dana White. But like,
There
that
you go.
concept, bro,
Them-
is
some shoes
crazy
should cost
to me.
$7
Like,
bucks.
think about like a mega fight that you have seen in your lifetime. Like, think about, this is extreme, but think about Tyson Holyfield 2. Like, was that 97? Think about like the promo for that. Like, think about the concept of a nigga being like, if you don't know, now you know. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally whipping
and yelling as loud as he can muster.
whipping
and
out
shit.
your phone and be like, you gotta tune in. Like, that's crazy. You
But,
know what I'm saying?
But
Like,
compare that, and this is extreme, but compare that to what they did for Aldo and Conor. That was revolutionary.
lit.
The shit they was doing for
Epic.
Aldo and Conor, that was sport changing.
They
Made
went
the
on
sport.
a world tour They went to what 10 different countries at press conferences. That's
they
crazy.
based what they did with Mayweather versus Conor on what they did with Conor versus Aldo.
Absolutely.
Fucking amazing.
But not
promotion.
even. They based it off of simply high-level boxing matches. Like, that's normal. Any high-level boxing match, there's a tour, a press tour, different countries, different Floyd De La Hoya, Floyd Sugar Shane, they're hitting different cities, different states, different countries.
Yeah, but the way they did the UFC, the way they did that shit, they had them like breaking them out, cut the mink and all that shit, all the special shit. That shit was special.
That was fire.
And they'll never do it again.
Nah.
You don't even know. They don't even go into the stories because you know what it is. They are just like everything else. We're not going to get into this, but late stage capitalism. They're no longer making art. They're no longer producing a sport. They are producing content, and they want you to consume the content, and then they will give you more content. They don't care about making it special. Everybody got on the same color shorts. Everybody got on. You're just fighter A and fighter B, and you're rock'em sock'em robots. You're the blue one. You're the red one. You guys fight on to the next one. It used to be I knew the story. I knew the backstory. I knew who everybody's fight. But there's too many fights now. It's too many fights. You know what I mean? I can't follow every little story. I can't every little nook.
No, you're right, and you're 100% right. I don't think there's anything you're saying that's wrong. The only rebuttal is they could, if they cared. But why, when they're printing money, literally printing money, why? They have the means to send it embedded.
They have the 10 means.
They have the 10 means to send an embedded team to everyone. Literally every fighter that's fighting, your debut, the prelims, every fighter, they could literally have an embedded for every fighter.
My nigga, remember when they used to have the Facebook prelims? My nigga, I was on the Facebook. Like, what the fuck? How do I get? I was watching the Facebook prelims. That's how I was into it. I don't turn on that motherfucker and it's free.
Yeah.
I don't stop to turn it on. There's a nigga named Loner Kavanaugh that just knocked out Brandon Moreno. I ain't never heard that nigga's name before, nigga.
Loner. That's hilarious.
Loner, nigga. And he's about to
Nah, that nigga's name is Loner. It's like Lone, E-R-E-R.
You know, it's Lone fucking apostrophe E-R. What the fuck, nigga? Who named you, nigga?
Loner.
That's a Key and Peele skit, nigga. Loner over there, nigga. I never heard of this nigga.
Yeah.
You got the worst, and my nigga knocked you out too. That's what's crazy. I never heard of you. And now this nigga just beat Brandon Moreno. This is how you know we in unprecedented times, nigga. Loner versus Brandon Moreno, nigga.
Yeah, you're right.
You knocking him out or beating him up, my nigga? Come on, dog. Anybody can get into you. Dog, so it's the year's 2006. This nigga Paul jumps in the air and throws 6 kicks in the air. Lands on, and I'm not exaggerating, lands on the ground, rolls, does a low kick to the dude's leg, knocks him on the ground. This shit looks like Mortal Kombat. I said, Paul Brown, you should be in the UFC. I don't know, dog. I don't know. I said, dog, there's nobody that fights like you. You would go in there and clean up. They don't even move their head when they're throwing punches. I was like, you would go in there and clean up. He's like, I don't know.
They don't even move their head.
I don't know.
He's not exaggerating.
They don't even move their head.
Now, there's a Paul Brown in every weight
That's
division.
a fact.
And 5 or 6 of them, my nigga. And it's more interesting than it ever was before.
Nah, if he did that in 2006, he'd have been lit. Because what's crazy is I remember vividly in 2005, I was in Wet n Wild.
Mm-hmm.
And I was at Wet n Wild with
Shout out to Wet n Wild. It's my favorite spot.
Shout out to Wet n Wild. I was there with my church. And we were waiting online on the ride, walking up the steps. And Chuck Liddell was fighting Rampage. This is how much I've been into fighting. And there was no like phones with the internet. I'm like, yo, man, does anybody know what's happening with the fight? And like, nobody knows about the fight. And then in line, one dude had like a pocket PC. You remember that?
Yeah.
With the like he had a pocket PC and he was able to tell me the results of the fight on the pocket PC. That's crazy.
You get the video, it's This nigga's reading text.
Yeah.
Yo, in 2004, I had a two-way, but it was only me and my mother. We both had a
That's
two-way.
hilarious. That's
we didn't
hilarious.
have nobody to text, nigga. So I used to get the baseball results and shit, and I used to pull
That's
it out in the middle of class. Niggas, oh, this nigga got a two-way.
hilarious.
But nigga, I remember. So first of all, I've been watching UFC for the longest time because I was a big fan of wrestling, and so when I was a kid, I would go to Blockbusters and I would get all the wrestling tapes from the 80s and I watched that shit.
That's
I watched the
lit.
Four Horsemen and all that.
That's crazy.
I watched the same tapes. So I said, you know what? Let me try something else. Picked up UFC 1. Was bored to tears. And I remember rooting on the black dude with the one glove on. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, nigga. His name was Art something. I was like, yeah, nigga, punch this nigga. Punch this nigga. Then nigga got wrapped up immediately, got put on the ground and put into a pretzel. I was mad as shit. Right? Then I watched like the 4th UFC and I see like motherfucking what's my man's name? Most dangerous man, Ken Shamrock. Then this nigga shows up in wrestling. Then this nigga who's a nigga that only could knock people out, look like a bar brawler.
Tank Abbott.
Tank Abbott. All these niggas, Bass Rutten, all these niggas. I'm keep watching. I see Ken Shamrock's brother, Frank Shamrock. All these niggas, right? And then the one day I tried to show my father, who's a boxing promoter, I was like, Dad, this shit could be hot. Watch. I turn it on. Most boring fight I ever seen in my life. This nigga's like, yeah, they're on the ground like what does he call them? Like sissies. On the ground like sissies. What are they doing? I was like, I don't know. Then Ultimate Fighter comes out. I'm hooked. I get so hooked that I stopped watching wrestling and I only watch the UFC.
That's crazy.
Yep, stop watching wrestling. And then I'm the only nigga I know that cares. You know what I'm saying? So I'm reading, I get on the forums and shit like that just to read the updates. I'm getting pirated pay-per-views and all kinds of shit, right? And then finally they start showing it at Orlando L House. Nigga, I'm the only one in there. Nigga.
That's crazy.
Only one in there, like Ninja Turtles walking through New York and shit. in a fucking trench coat and shit. Yep. These niggas, while I'm watching it, they're playing football. Audio is football, and I'm sitting there trying to concentrate on what's happening. Don't know what the fuck I'm looking at, because at this point, I need Joe Rogan to tell me why this nigga's arm is over here and his legs is over there. That's what, right? So then we go from that to everybody paying attention now. Now all my friends is there, and I'm commentating the fight like I'm Joe Rogan and shit. I'm like, yeah, see, this one, he fights like this, but then he does this. And I'm sitting there telling them the whole show. Then fucking Ronda gets knocked out. Then Conor does this. Then that, all this going on. And now, my nigga, I can't beg niggas to watch the UFC no more. I watched it go from here to up here to all the way back down here. Niggas can't beg me to watch the UFC.
That's crazy perspective, man. That's lit. And damn, that's crazy because I've been a fan just as long as you, and I've been able to fight in the UFC, but I'm also biased, right? So for me, I don't get to look at it from the outside perspective. And that's a crazy I've never heard someone from the inception, boom, now he's saying it's here. And to me, I can't tell it's here right now because I'm
the difference. So this is how I want you to know, right? The difference is the UFC, they probably still sell out everywhere they go. But the UFC used to like not have visibility on the TV screen. You would watch ESPN, you wouldn't see nothing about the UFC. Now it's everywhere. It's everywhere. But before, you couldn't see it and everybody was talking about it. It was like a secret amongst the real niggas. Like, yeah, you seen what the fuck Anderson Silva did when he hit the nigga with the thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, you did? You know that? It's like, you know what I mean? It's like a secret handshake. Now everybody talks about it. 75% of them don't know what they're talking about. 75% don't know the history or nothing, all that. They're just talking. But it's everywhere, but there's less interest. And we ain't going to get political, but they cut off a lot of their fan base to zoom in on one particular fan base.
Absolutely they did, clearly.
Yeah. To zoom in on one particular fan base. So it's everywhere.
Yeah.
But it's nowhere near the passion or the level it was.
You're right. That's
Same thing with WWE, honestly.
That's a lit perspective. And that's gonna go crazy for people to hear that. But for me, man, I'm blessed, man. I'm in a weird space now too, man. Like, that was the last fight of my contract. And I lost a split decision. And right now I'm just in the whim, you know, like I am expecting the worst and hoping for the best.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm praying God softens Sean Shelby's heart. You know what I'm saying? They give me another opportunity. They give me another contract. I'm biased for me, and I know what I can do, but you have to look at both sides. Like, I haven't executed in ways that I know I can, right? So you have to look at it from their perspective. Okay, you can, but you haven't. So why should we? And then I look at it from my standpoint. I'm like, I ain't never been beat up in my life. You know what I'm saying? Minus pre-fighting. I got my ass whooped a lot in the streets. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying, as a fighter, I ain't never get whooped by nobody. Show me a video of me getting whooped by somebody, and I send you $1,000. You know what I'm saying? So, like, ain't nobody punching on me. Ain't nobody giving me black eyes. Ain't nobody busting my lips. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I'm not performing to my ability. And there's so much that goes into being out there, and
can I speak on your behalf?
yeah,
I mean, I'm biased, but if you're speaking on someone's behalf, you're supposed to be biased. So if I'm your manager, I'm going to be biased in the situation. If they say, if you like, hey, why should we give you another contract? I would say 2 words. Tai Tuivasa. That's what I say. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't improved at all in the past 5 years. So I would say Phil Rowe. If you looked at his first fight on contender on the Contender Series
night and
to
day.
now,
night and day.
He's improved in every aspect. When you're a fighter, the way the UFC has set up the system, there is no mid-level fights anymore. You're either a nobody or you're in the UFC now, because they need so much content and they need so many people. They're bringing in lonerers and shit. You know what I'm saying? So a person like Phil is in the middle of his prime and he's adding tools to his tool belt. I'm gonna tell you again, I'm biased, but I know what I'm talking about. When you first got in the UFC, you were a guy who leaned heavy on his right hand. They said something interesting on the last fight. They said Phil has one of the best jabs in the UFC. Phil, how many jabs do you normally throw in the fight?
None.
Exactly. And when they said that shit, I said, who the fuck? Which Phil are they talking about? They talking about Phil Baroni or some shit, right? They talking about goddamn CM Punk, Phil's real name and shit. So I'm like, okay, he's added a jab to the point, and it's so sharp that they think it's his main punch. Paul, what's Phil's main punch?
Straight right hand.
Yeah, a straight right hand. Right, he said it in his rap song. A right hand to dead a man. Left hand set him up. Right hand to dead a man. Okay, so most of his knockouts come from right hands. Your last knockout, you threw several different types of punches from other angles that I'd never seen you throw punches before. You threw elbows, you threw knees, you throwing teep kicks, you're adding head kicks, all types of shit I'd never seen you throw before. And in this fight, yeah, this is what I believe. This is from my perspective. I haven't spoken to Phil about the fight yet because I knew he was going to do this podcast.
We haven't, and that's very true.
At this time, I feel like you give a man a tool and you say you got to go to work with this tool. They'll specialize on how to use that tool. If you give a man 16 tools and say, hey, you got to go to work with that, and he had that one tool, he's going to look at that one tool, he's going to look at those 16 tools, he's going to look at the job ahead of him, and it's going to take him a minute to figure out which tools to use to get the job done. When you watch that fight, Phil, you came out in the first round, the guy took you down, classic Phil. Second round, you remember that you know you're a black belt, and then you don't let him take you down no more. And then he can't take you down, and then it's a stand-up fight. This guy was supposed to be a stand-up specialist. He wasn't doing a lot to Phil. You look at that guy's face from the first round to the third round, every part of his face that could turn red was red than a motherfucker. And you could tell he was not liking not one of those jabs. And then in the last minute, Phil puts on a barrage of punches that shows you what could have been happening that whole fight. UFC, you don't have a development system. You don't do tune-up fights. You don't allow people to even, but you take 10-0 fighters and put them in the UFC and they sink or swim. And they give them 5 losing fights in a row against championship material fighters, and they never get to develop. Phil is in the middle of becoming what he really can be.
a
You
fact.
got to give him a chance to become that.
That's a fact.
You got to give him a chance.
And honestly, I appreciate it, man. Like I really do. This is like the most tumultuous time in my life, and I have to really sit and think though. And I'm like, you know what, Phil, you're blessed, right? Because when I really think about my journey and I think about where I started and where I am now, you know what I'm saying, there's some Shaqs with Shaq's signature on it. You know what I'm saying? There's tons of kicks on here that are signed. The homie pulled up and bought 24 pair of kicks for me. I got a safe there with a bunch of cool stuff in it. And it's not about the material things. It's just like this shows me where I was and where I am. But more than anything, it's good to hear that, man. But more than anything, what's frustrating for me, I really don't care if I win, if I lose. I really don't. God knows I'm telling the truth. I just want to do the best that I can do. And I just want from this fight game, when I leave, to be fulfilled in the sense of that I did my best. Yeah. And I'm battling myself out there. I'm not scared of my opponent. I'm just so caught up in the moment that I want to win this moment. This is the UFC, the moment that I want. This is it. So I'm hyper focused on the moment instead of just being in the moment and letting my skill set take over. I think too much of the moment, if that makes sense. But I'm in there and I'm like, okay, he's going to remember? Yep. Okay, nope. Remember? Yep. Nope. Okay. Nope. Oh, okay, get up, remember? And 5 minutes have gone by. and that was a whole round of me thinking like that. I know how to fight everywhere. I don't want to say names. I don't want to show what I've done because it don't matter if I don't do it out there. But people know what I can do. And a round will pass me by, mental lapse. And I don't know why. I'm like, Phil, be present, the moment, now. Okay. And then I'm still hyper focused on my opponent, as I should be, right? Because I'm fighting someone trying to harm me. And in the process, I'm forgetting that I got to beat this guy up right now. I got to land my shots right now. Like Julian said something to me, and maybe we needed to do more of it. You know, I'm just trying to figure it out. I don't got all the answers. I'm holding myself accountable because I'm losing and I can be winning. He was like, Phil, when people pull up here in the gym, Saturday sparring, I don't care who it is. If there's someone new, what I say? Yo, Phil, go in there. And what happens every time? I beat the shit out of them every time. Every time. It's not a joke. It's not a flex. Every time. I don't give a fuck who it is. Who come to Fusion, put your mouthpiece in. Your first round's with me. I'm punching on you. It's just, it is what it is. Why don't I do that out there? People see shades of it though, you know, and I pray they give me another opportunity. I know I'm 35. I'm fresh. I ain't never been knocked out. I ain't never been hurt. Like, I'm fresh. This concept still, I gotta hold on to something, right? I gotta rally for myself. I have to pitch myself. I've been in 9 fights, and I literally have not had a black eye. I literally have not had a busted lip. I literally have not bled in 9 UFC fights, literally. And this sounds crazy, and I know it sounds crazy to the masses. But I'm like, yo, give me a Carlos Pratas and watch what I do. Give me an Uros Medic and watch what I do. Phil, yeah. Give me somebody that's going to stand in front of me and give me the reads. And you know what I'm saying? And that's going to throw. And that's going to be dangerous, right? Cool, see what I do then. You know what I'm saying? And I got to get over the hump of these people that's trying to just take me down. I can grapple. I can even beat these guys. And I have. I got 4 KOs in the UFC, which is still hard to do. But like, if y'all about matchups and styles, cool. Give me them boogeymen. Give me them scary strikers and watch what happens. Watch me find that pull right hand like it ain't nothing. Watch me find that slip left hook. You know what I'm saying? Put someone in front of me that you think is a boogeyman, that you think can strike for real, and watch what I do to him. And I'm a black belt in jiu-jitsu. But I pray that ain't it. I pray, once again, Sean Shelby finds it in his heart to give me a new contract. Because I know what I can do, man. I know I can knock these guys out. I know I can fight anybody at my weight and win. Period. I don't care who it is. I'm not calling out names, but anybody in that top 5, top 10, I don't care who it is. I know if I'm in front of these guys, I can win. And not only can I win, I can finish these cats. But I lost a split to this cat Saturday. Didn't go my way. I lost a split to Neil. Didn't go my way. So, I mean, if you're looking at the resume, I'm hoping those matter. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping. I done seen niggas with red, KO, submission, all kind of crazy shit happening to them. But we'll see. We'll see. But what else we got, man? What else we got? Y'all niggas love talking about the UFC, man.
I want you to take your New York bias off right now.
That's impossible, but go ahead.
No,
I'm good now.
You've been out of New York
I'm
for a while.
Floridian.
All right, there you
I'm
go.
a Floridian with a lawn and a pool.
There you go.
Yeah, fuck New York.
Yeah.
I'm lying.
I see a whole bunch of sneakers up here. I don't see too many Timberlands. You feel me?
There's 2.
There's 2 pairs. So you know what I mean? You've
2
reduced
minting pairs? That's something.
You've reduced your New Yorkness, right?
And the Air Force Ones?
50 Cent versus T.I. I can assume whose music you listen to more, who you think is a better rapper, so on and so forth. I want to know. I don't want to know who you think wins the up and up battle.
Ox good.
I want to know. What I want to know is, what do you think?
No, this is actually going on right now.
I'm invested.
What do you think of how this tiff came about? How they're handling it? What do you think about the optics of it? How they're going about it? How 50 Cent has responded to T.I., how T.I.'s responded to it. What do you think overall? Not who you think is better. Just what you think overall.
All right. So we'll take the it's damn. That was solid of this nigga saying take, cause I can't not be. I love 50, bro. Like, and it's hard. And until he said what he said, I realized how much of a 50 Cent fan that I am. So respectfully, my man Roddy is
the fix is in.
My man Roddy.
The fix is in.
No, I'm giving y'all the backstory. So y'all just know y'all know a little history on me. I love 50, man. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
and
shit,
I remember,
me too.
And I
Let
remember.
me get signed to G-Unit, nigga. What's up, nigga? G-Unit 2026, nigga. I love 50, nigga.
And I remember too when I was whatever age you are in 6th grade. I think I was 11. I think it was before 9/11. I was 11 years old, and I remember I seen 50's grandfather, and I was on the block. I seen 50's grandfather. I was leaving Dion's house, who lives right next door to 50's old grandparents' house. I don't know if they still live there. And he was outside. And 50, get rich or die trying out. He not really around. You know what I'm saying? He buzzing, but he not an icon. So I'm like, yo, I talked to him. I talked to his grandfather for like 2 hours. He tells me all these stories. He's showing me pictures of him, the whole 9. I used to be cool with Michael, his stepbrother. They call him 2-5, and he used to send me to the store all the time. I knew he was gonna let me meet 50 back then. Never happened. And they would tell me, yo, Phil, stop hanging with that nigga, blah, blah, blah. But that's just a little backdrop on how I know them niggas. But for me, in this specific battle and what's happening, it's hard for me not to be biased. But 50 is so strategic, bro. Like, what objects in the mirror are closer than they appear. So what it seems like is happening, it's not. He's right now preparing some catastrophic shit, right? I heard he's doing a documentary on T.I. On T.I. and his wife, on them doing hellacious, devious acts, sexual acts.
And that's already been out there in the news. Yeah.
And I heard he's compiling all this, and he's releasing a documentary about these. I didn't know about all these devious acts and sexual acts and whatever shit they got going, and I heard that's what he's working on. But 50 is the Thanos of trolling. He is not about to just lay down, pause, and let these people KO him. You know what I'm saying? Especially the son. But as of now, optics, he's losing for sure. You know, like with what the son been posting and just violating his mother. Currently, in my opinion, he's losing. I think and I hope he got some heat about to come out. I think he has some shit like brewing. But right now, I feel like he's losing for sure.
I heard that if you ask the OGs and they know anything about 50, the boy don't back down. That's what I heard. All right. The one thing I know about 50 Cent is every time he's had any success or any attention put on him, positive or negative, it came from him dissing and beefing. So his whole career, he's only known one thing. I put out How to Rob, I get all the attention. I go at Ja Rule and them, I get all the attention. I go at Fat Joe and them, my attention stays up. I go at The Lox, attention stays up. I go at Cameron, win or lose. I go at Dipset. I go at Rick Ross. He wasn't even putting out records against Rick Ross. He was just doing Pimp and Curly. I go at DJ Khaled, all the attention. Then it got to the point where he wasn't even making records anymore. He was doing businesses and putting out TV shows. Every time he posts anything, he beefs with somebody new every other day. And he puts his little hashtag and he puts whatever he's promoting on there. And all it does is people wait there on his page and they wait for the next thing to come out. Beef for him is just promotion. I feel, without knowing him at all, but through his interviews and whatnot, he doesn't have any emotion in any of this shit.
Zero.
It's all just, okay, this is what we're doing now. I'm beefing with Jim Jones. How can I embarrass you and then use that to promote my shit?
Is he promoting all of it? Let me see.
Go look at all of the shit. Every one of them got a hashtag. And the funny part,
He's right. It's the what's his
cognac.
Cognac.
Yeah, and I don't even know, but I seen it's the hashtag so much that I know it's the cognac. It ain't gonna work on me because I don't drink, but it's gonna work on the average person. That's how he got his show popping. People don't understand when his show came out. What was it? Empire was the hot show at the time, and it was in a similar lane as his show. What's his show called again? Power. They was in similar lanes.
You lying?
He came out going at Empire. And then that's how he got his name. Like, well, what is he talking about? Let me go watch this TV show. This is what he does. Anytime he has a project, anytime he has anything going on, he'll beef is what he uses. He's even told niggas, I forget who it was, but he came out and told the story. Like, yo, yeah, you see it on there, right?
Yeah, but nah. This is funny. You're right. You're wrong on one post. He did. This is 2 days ago. This is fucking funny as fuck to me. He posted Benzino. Nah, this is fucking hilarious. So look. You're right. On every post, he has his cognac, no matter what the post is. But this is just funny. 2 days ago, Benzino hospitalized after allegedly being hit by a car during a dispute with his child's mom. Why did you post this? That's what he literally posted the article, then just posts laughing my ass off. And then he just a static post of Benzino with a neck brace. That's fucking epic. But you're right. Everything is brands on cognac.
50 Cent Nation.
Nah, you're right.
Cognac.
It's the cognac.
Whatever he got going on, this is what he uses to get attention on.
Boxing drama, teaming with stars, Fightland, cognac. Nothing to do with it.
And so, so he's told rappers, I forget who it was, they were backstage doing something. And then he went online and started clowning them. And then dude went like, why are you doing this? And he's like, hey man, if I say your name, you got all the attention in the world. If you don't take that alley-oop and do something with it, then that's on you. But that's how he knows how to get attention. He's been rewarded for this over and over again. He's going at people's mothers. He's going at black women. He's going at all these people. And everybody has something to say. Everybody's laughing along when it's Benzino. Everybody's laughing along when it's somebody Puffy. Everybody's laughing along when it's Jay-Z. But as soon as he goes at somebody you don't like, now all of a sudden you got a problem. And to me, that's not real. So he did T.I. the same way he did everybody else, and he did T.I.'s wife the same way he did everybody else.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Same way he did everybody else.
And it's super easy to break down once you break it down like that. Like you clearly see it, and it just showed brands on cognac. No matter what the post was, cognac. So like you said, he don't give a shit about none of this. He's just like, word, promo, I'll take it.
Yep.
Check out the cognac.
And you see Phil change his strategy coming. Like
Noted. Absolutely. It makes sense.
And so, and I say all that to say, like, T.I. had a lot of goodwill, right? As a rapper, He's very respected, whether he's your cup of tea or not.
Of course he is.
He's you can't hate on his artistry.
Nah.
He got on songs with Jay-Z,
Atlanta legend.
Eminem. He's got on songs with these. He's clearly respected,
For
right?
sure.
His pen is impeccable. I don't think I've ever heard a bad verse from him until this battle. In this battle, I heard a few bad verses.
Odd, right?
Yeah, very odd.
I said the same thing. Like,
I don't know.
be forgetting, like, yo, T.I. is dumb nice. Like, what am I listening to?
I think he's saving bullets or something. You know what I'm saying?
Terrible.
I think he's saving bullets. He's waiting for 50 Cent to respond so he could really hit him. Because this nigga said some shit like, you only talk about black people when they're in your eyesight of. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, this thing is just. This battle is beneath him, but for his whole career, I don't think I ever heard a bad verse from him. That being said, he wanted to do the verses with 50 Cent. 50 Cent said he thinks it's corny. One, he said verses was for when we was in the house and no one could go outside, so we sat there and we entertained ourselves. Then the Locks kind of blew it up. Like you're not coming behind the Locks. I don't care who you are. Like what Jadakiss did that day.
They did destruction
on and they killed the verses. It's like if you're not going to put something on that level or better, then I don't really want to see it.
Yeah, to be honest, I think the verses is dead. I think you got to just leave it at Jadakiss wilding out and then just move on. Like, and I think what 50's saying in that regard is true. Like during COVID, you know what I'm saying? Then after the Locks, it's kind of hard to, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't see a lane for verses right now, to be honest. Like,
what for? What's it going to do for
yeah.
you? But T.I. wants to do it. So T.I. asked him to do it a long time ago. 50 immediately clowned him and called him a snitch. And it went away. Then T.I. said he saw him on a press run and he asked him about it again. And 50 said, "Oh, you really want to do that?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, I'll jump out and I'll say something and go, "Oh, okay." Then T.I. said, "Yeah, I want to do a versus." It was 50. 50 immediately called him a snitch and said, "No, I don't want nothing to do with him." And so either T.I. is getting too emotional about it, either the business isn't right. But in my opinion, that's how 50 Cent does everybody.
Facts. No. I don't think he did anything outside the scope of 50. And I also do, side note, I miss 50's music. And people forget how incredible he is at making songs. And I do miss, like, even though he's larger than life, icon, doing all this stuff, business, like, you could drop some songs, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I think T.I. kind of misses rap too, you know?
Well, because his comedic career failed.
I think he misses rap. And I think, respectfully, as he should, be like, step out. Like, nigga, I could not bomb if I was T.I. Let me start. Let my beat down low and let my top. I'd be like, DJ, fuck these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, y'all ain't laughing at that?
Word? I let my beat.
You can have whatever you like.
I set it off. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm too petty. I got too much pride. Nigga, you got hits. DJ, fuck these niggas. Turn it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll do something. So I think a little bit of that too is T.I. like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this comedy shit, like, niggas is like, I'm that nigga. And he is. Like, T.I. is elite in the South, you know, if not the best rapper from Atlanta.
If I talked about my 50 greatest MCs,
he's in mine.
He's in the 50.
Absolutely.
And I'm talking about all the time. 50? He's in the 50. Yeah.
Absolutely. He has to be.
And that's what I'm saying.
You just, body of work, like, he's been consistent since he came out. I'm thinking about Atlanta. I don't know too many niggas from Atlanta.
Future, Migos.
Give me like 5 greats from Atlanta, and I'll tell you if he's the best.
My 5 greats? Or
no,
people
I just
who
be
people
forgetting
consider
niggas
great.
who's from Atlanta.
So you got Young Thug, you got Future, you got Migos, you got Lil Baby.
Okay, you haven't said anyone nowhere near T.I.'s level.
Okay, so that's Outkast.
Okay, that's T.I.'s level.
You got
Outkast, T.I.
Are we talking numbers or are we talking?
Nigga, I'm just talking like talent and
Ludacris.
Oh,
Ludacris, yeah.
Okay.
CeeLo Green.
Unless a name come out of the woodworks, Luda, Outkast, T.I. Okay, fire. Those 3.
Young Dro.
No, them niggas are garbage.
He
Got
Damn.
He ain't doing too much.
Okay. So Luda, T.I.
He got a
and
car the same
Outkast.
color as Primatine Mist or whatever the fuck he said.
I take breath, the opposite of
Damn.
team is.
So I'm gonna tell you right now.
Say hi to everybody. I'm up there with the red lights.
Who else is a spitter out of Atlanta?
Nigga says CeeLo. That's tight.
CeeLo is dope.
No, CeeLo get down.
CeeLo's fire, but he's not the best ever out of Atlanta.
Nah, I mean,
So
but
let me
he's
think.
dope.
When did Ludacris come out?
About 2000, 1999, somewhere in there. He's
T.I.,
a look.
of course.
He's
I'm
a
just
couple.
curious.
He's a couple years before T.I.
Damn. And then Outkast is before Luda.
Yeah, way before Luda.
Okay, so damn.
This, I mean, if you really want to go into it, there's some other niggas from Atlanta. What's some niggas like?
He's like,
Tennessee?
well, you know Jay-Z. No.
Arrested. If you really want to go back, yep.
That's good. Then why the hell y'all made it his own in Tennessee? Never mind.
That's weird. So but look, and I'm off it. I'm just really thinking about Atlanta.
It's gonna be niggas.
Oh, JD. The people
Damn.
front on JD, but he's Puffy and Dr.
No,
Dre.
no, I don't know who front on JD.
There's a lot of people who do, but
Who?
he's Puffy and Dr. Dre if they wrote and made everything themselves.
I don't think nobody fronts on JD at all. I think he's legendary. I don't think when
he does it to himself. He be wearing the corny looking socks.
I don't ever remember him being like. I mean, little here and there, little pockets, but nothing like. Niggas know who he is. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he
damn
did a
sure.
lot. He did a lot. He's
most.
He's Puffy and Dr. Dre if both of them wrote and did everything themselves. He ghost wrote for The Brat. He ghost wrote for Lil Bow Wow. He made songs. You know what I mean? He's got a lot of people.
Damn, look,
popping.
I'm literally still looking up into the abyss. Like I'm looking there, but I'm just thinking about who's the best. I'm gonna say.
I think it has to be T.I. in Atlanta.
I know. Look, because I like Outkast, right, as a whole, but then I'm looking at total body of work. Obviously, Outkast probably has crazier numbers, but I think T.I. is the best rapper from Atlanta.
I mean, when you say rapper, you're really talking about Andre 3000.
Andre 3000 is, I think he is like technically better. You know, like
I don't think so.
I think he is. You know what I'm saying?
I think
like,
he's this.
You,
I think
you get what I'm saying? Like, but I don't think he has better music or better hits. I don't think he's a better overall rapper. But I think he's like technically better. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he's technically better at rap. But I think the greatest rapper from Atlanta is T.I.
How we forget Jeezy?
Damn, that's lit too. I forgot about that.
How we forget Jeezy?
Nah, T.I. is number one. T.I. is the best rapper from Atlanta.
I think longevity T.I. beats Jeezy, but Jeezy had a run where he was. You know what I mean?
Look, to me, it's this order. It's you can't really put Outkast because they're just like
They're a
like
group.
Outcast. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
They're like over there. They're
boy
like
good.
up over there.
That boy good.
But you get what I'm saying? they're like up over there.
They're
like,
an outlier.
Yeah,
That's
they're
what
like
you're trying to say.
Outcast. Like they're like there.
They're duo one and two. Their best rapper from the duo that everybody agrees upon didn't drop a solo project.
Yeah, so it's
So
like
it's kind of disqualified.
yeah, it's like he's like Jesus Shuttlesworth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, so for me, it's T.I. It's T.I.
Luda.
It's T.I. Luda Jeezy. Close Luda though. And Luda and Jeezy are close. They're all very close, but it's T.I. here, Luda, Jeezy. In Atlanta.
I can agree with that.
It has to be. Just because, and I remember, side note, and I love the niggas that I've been riding with pause from day one. Because now I can say Fabulous is one of my favorite rappers. I used to say that shit all the time, and niggas like, Fabulous? Yes, you fucking moron. Fabulous. The nigga that's been spitting since 97, nigga. Consistent forever. Banks. You like Banks? Yes, nigga. Banks has been spitting for 2 decades. Consistently. Forever.
Okay. We forgot 2 Chainz, Killer Mike.
Yo, look, unpopular opinion. Killer Mike is ass, bro. Like, I'm sorry, bro.
Damn.
Like, I don't know what it is. I think he
Damn.
is terrible, bro. I literally think I rap better than him.
Rich
Like,
Homie Quan, R.I.P. Rich Homie Quan.
Rich Homie Quan,
Nigga never
lit.
made a bad song.
Never.
Shout out. He was better. He should have been where Young Thug was, my
Facts.
nigga. You niggas traded off Rich Homie Quan. He gave you nothing but hits, nigga. Rich Homie Quan was that nigga, R.I.P.
Yo, I'm not being funny. I literally think I'm a better rapper than Killer Mike. I think I can rap better. I'm not being funny. I think I can make better raps than him. I think I can sit and write better than that nigga. Like I'm not hating on that nigga.
Man, you can't do him like
I
that,
think
my
he's
nigga.
ass, bro. It's
You
the
can't do
weirdest
him like
shit.
that,
I don't know
my nigga.
what it is. Like, and there's another nigga I want to say that would go crazy. Like,
What
I
about
just can't-
Sahada Prince? You fucked with him? He's more of an underground. He wrote for Kanye. He's one of them niggas that are respected. His pen is respected.
He
more
can
than his
rap.
hits.
Like,
Yeah.
he can rap for real. You know what I'm
We
saying?
talking about hit songs. We talking about that shit. You gonna throw that shit on at the club? Gonna go like this? You know what I'm saying? I feel like if you talking that T.I.G. we're back. To
Duh.
the same three people that
Duh.
we talking about.
Like,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I just wanted to give out the props to certain people. Shout out. Okay, you gonna laugh? I know you're gonna laugh. So we
Okay.
prepare to swing the camera over to him, right? But underrated as a songwriter, a writer in general, and as just a person with his own unique sound, as evidenced by the fact that both Drake and Kendrick Lamar had to sample one of his songs and reference him because he's better than most people give him credit for.
Please don't say. Like,
Fabo.
Fabo, nigga.
Fabo.
I mean,
Take out.
nah.
Oh, they too-
Nah, I ain't tripping.
You
I
listen.
I thought you were gonna say Beanie Siegel some dumb
Oh
shit.
no.
No,
Now BDA first. Okay, we even gonna go there. We gonna go there. BDA Siegel's one of the greatest of all time.
Why Rain got so offended at the snitching allegations and whatnot, man?
Oh, we can talk about that
Why
too.
Rain got so
Here's my thing about the
why
snitching.
Rain got so tight, man?
There's a reason why because Rain, shout outs to the Don't Quote Me podcast. Rain said that you can be a snitch and you cannot be on paperwork, which is true. But the reason why we demand paperwork, and I say we, I'm using the royal we. I'm no
Yeah, because
street-
I don't adhere
I'm not
to that
from the
culture.
streets or the hood.
I'll
However,
snitch on a nigga fast. I'll snitch on a nigga immediately. But go ahead.
every male member of my family has been to prison or jail, except for two.
Criminals, fucking
No,
criminals.
these are upstanding gentlemen. These are
What the
upstanding
fuck?
gentlemen. These are family men and upstanding gentlemen now. They've paid their debt to society. Except for two. I'm one of the two. All right? And so what I'm saying is the reason why you ask for paperwork is because you could just walk around, I think you snitched, and then kill him, and then or beat him up or whatever, and he didn't snitch. So the reason it has to be on paperwork is because we have to be sure. If you got away with snitching, hey, my nigga, you got away with it. You know what I'm saying? But here's what I'm saying.
For the streets, you're saying culturally.
streets,
I
for
get
the
what you're
streets.
saying. That makes sense.
But street logic is dumb anyway.
The dumbest.
It's the dumbest thing ever.
The dumbest.
And every street nigga ends up snitching or dying for the most part. It's rare that you make it out, and usually you made it out on a loss.
Ox Sampson.
It's
You're-
rare that you make it out.
So look, you're looking at 75 years. Or tell us who your homeboy was.
Hold on. So listen, if me and Paul says, yo, I just seen a nigga in traffic, he held up, I hating N-words, and Paul Brown is a Jamaican N-word. I'm going to beat him up. Paul, where you at? I'm over here. Zoom. Don't hit him, Paul. Don't do it. I'll do it. What? Paul jumps in. We jump this nigga to death. All right? They catch me. And they say 75 years, but tell us who Paul is. I'm going to just take the 75 years. We did it together. This has been instilled in me, not from the streets. This has been instilled from when I was 5 years old. And my mother said, hey, I told y'all shut up all that talking. And then me and my brother started laughing. And she says, I care what I tell you. And I say, he's laughing too. And then she said, hey, nobody likes a fucking tattletale. That's where that lesson came in for me. Not from the streets. This is, what I'm saying is not snitching is ingrained in our community in America. However, from the gangster standpoint, that was instilled so the people at the top can benefit from your dumb ass being so loyal. And then when the Fed, so if you never snitch, they never find out who the person at the top is. So you got to go. But the person at the top going to snitch, or snitch all day, snitch on everybody. He got the most to snitch on because he know everything. So what are you really upholding? You're upholding dumbness, and it doesn't make any sense. I talk about this all the time. Fucking, they were about to excommunicate motherfucking C's, Little C's, because they had a video footage of the Junior Mafia beating somebody up at Hot 97. And it was like, is that the nigga? Do you know this nigga on camera? And they show this nigga. Then they show a picture of Little C's next to the nigga. Then they show Little C's bar mitzvah, and this nigga's there stomping on the glass with him and shit. And they show Little C's being born, and the nigga holding Little C's shit. And Little C said, yeah, I know him. This snitching ass nigga.
Yeah, that's
and
crazy.
They did the same thing for Little Kim.
That's crazy.
They did the same thing for Little Kim. And Little Kim said no and got 5 years immediately. And then niggas was like, yo, I heard Little C's was snitching out here. I said, no, that's stupid. Lil C's had to say yes. Yeah. Same thing with Gunner. Gunner in the case. There's like, is YSL a gang? Everyone and their mama, including the person asking the question, including the judge, even Charlie Kirk knew YSL was a goddamn gang. Right? All right?
Facts.
And they called him a snitch. It don't
Facts.
make no sense, dog.
See, it doesn't. And what you're saying, though, I adhere to that. I adhere to, I'm a loyal human. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if I'm with my man, that's your best friend for decades.
That's
you
strong.
Know what I'm saying?
That's strong. I ain't say best friend. Man.
Yeah, fuck that nigga.
He's a good cameraman. He's a good cameraman. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
But I adhere to that, of course. Like, I'm not gonna. I did something with my best friend. Like, I'm not diming my best friend out. I'm loyal to my friend, right? What I'm saying to the street culture, there's nothing to be loyal to, right? There's no honor among thieves. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know this man for that man, this gang, this. If I'm loyal to my family, I'm loyal to people that I grew up with. Absolutely. My wife, my kids, shit like that. Like, what I would never do, period, is send my kids to jail. I've seen numerous videos.
You saw that? I was just about to bring that up.
The craziest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Do you remember the names involved? I don't remember none of the names involved.
The nigga telling on his son.
Yeah.
I have no words for that. Like,
okay. All right, there's two ways to look at that. So,
I missed this.
Okay, so let me set it up. A father who was in the streets most of his life, raised his kids, right? His kids, I don't know if they're street guys or not. I don't really know. But what ended up happening is one of the kids got shot and put up in the hospital. So a couple of months later, the other son, the second son, went and got his friends. They found the kid. They shot and killed him. Then they ran somewhere, they tried to run and get away. They ran into this lady's house, and they technically held her hostage. But what they were doing was just saying, hey, don't do nothing. We'll be going soon. Then they bounced and called their father. Father comes and picks him up. They say, hey, we just shot and killed a nigga and we held hostage a girl. Now we're in the car. Help us. What do we do? And this nigga basically was like, he took them, dropped off the kids, took his kid home, and basically was like, listen, just nobody say nothing. They don't know nothing. Nobody knows anything. Cops come around, immediately caught these niggas, immediately had all cameras, them holding the guns, had the lady's testimony, everything. Case is wrapped up. They say, listen, we know, and the father and the son, we know your son shot the guy. The other two were there. This is what we're willing to do. We'll give you a plea deal. Your son does 25 or 30 years. The kid is 25 years old. He takes 25, 30 years. Or we give everybody involved life sentences. The father goes to the kid, and the father was, and by the way, the father was going to go to jail too for being an accomplice because he picked him up. So the father goes to the kid and says, hey man, you gonna have to eat the charge. The kid says, hell no, fuck that, I'm going to trial. Kid goes to trial, gets life immediately. They ain't even hear the nigga plead. They was like, oh, life. And what ended up happening was the father turned state evidence. That's why they didn't need the kid to plead or nothing like that. He was getting life off bat because the father turned state evidence. So everybody's like, yo, you put your kid in jail and you was a street nigga. You know you wasn't supposed to do that. But the father said this. He said, I was a street nigga. Now I'm a father. He said, I have 4 kids. This one kid did this one thing. And he said, I was happy he did it. I'm not going to lie. I wanted that same type of revenge. But when it was time to step on the line, he was going to take us all down because he didn't want to do the 25 or 30 years. And he's like, someone had to be home to take care of the rest of the kids. That's the conundrum he was in. Mm-hmm. When I saw, because my shout outs to Direct, he asked me as a father, what would I do? for my kid. And I was basically saying there's not much aside from eating somebody that would stop me from protecting her. I don't care what it was. You know what I'm saying? Because it's easy to empathize with your own child, right? So in this particular case, I feel what he said. Like if I'm going to do the crime and they come to me with the plea deal and I can get everybody off by taking the time, you gotta do the right thing.
Yeah.
You gotta do the stand up thing. That's the whole point of standing up.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know them details, right?
No, I didn't know the details. That's what they offered him. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
So I just seen the nigga like pleading with his son. I'm like, what is this nigga doing? Like, nah, we're going to Mexico. I had no idea the logistics of them saying, hey, you got to take these 25 or you're gone. And everybody's gone. I didn't know that. And like, for instance, like unpopular opinion, you heard the whole Cain Velasquez thing.
Mm-hmm.
And how do you feel about that?
Cain Velasquez's only mistake is that he didn't crash his car into the dude and then shoot him directly and kill the father too. That's how I feel about that. Should kill both them niggas immediately. However, as a law, on the books, we can't allow that as a society. The reason why we can't allow that as a society, because if you say that's okay, people will try to go get their own revenge before we know who's the culprit, and they may end up hitting innocent parties. If I find out, I don't care what year this is, you can put it on record. I don't care if it's a family member, if it's a good friend. If I find out you did anything with the kid, you're immediately dead to me. You're not who I thought you were. All bloodlines, all ties are cut.
I don't give a fuck about no bloodline. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Cut.
none of that means nothing to me.
So to me, Cain Velasquez let him off easy by trying to hit him with the gun. He should have caught him and beat him to death with his bare hands. And then it wouldn't have been no innocent bystanders. That's the mistake he made, was not hitting the person he directly wanted to hit. But from a legal standpoint, we can't. We have to have rules.
Unpopular opinion. And excuse me for kind of cutting you off right there.
You straight?
Unpopular opinion. What he did was wrong. Hear me out. And what blows my mind, pause, is everybody like, yeah, we all would have done the same. Free Cain, free Cain. No, I'm sorry, Cain. You have to go to jail now.
Yeah, he does have to go to jail.
You have to, bro. Like, how the fuck is that plausible? How you getting in a car, chasing a car, and shooting shots at that car? How is that remotely smart? And my thing is like, unanimously, everyone is like, yeah, I would have done the same. You're all idiots.
Yeah, it's a mistake. I would
have physically killed him with my hands.
There you go. There you go. That was his only mistake.
And it's a big mistake, my nigga. What if like my mother is driving in between and you shoot my mom in the neck?
Yes.
I'm crashing out on you.
That's the reason why we can't allow it. Yeah.
It's wrong, nigga. And now you're in jail and you can't defend your daughter because you're shooting shots at a car with people in the car that isn't a culprit. Yes, there was 2 people in the car. I guess there were 3 people in the car. Am I wrong?
I'm not. I only know about the father and him because I know he hit the father. So I don't know if there's other people.
I heard there was a female in the car too, and then someone's like, "Oh well, she knew." And okay, Punisher, yeah. Well, no one died though. But you get what I'm saying? Like, you gotta have some type of wherewithal. Like,
but here's the thing, Cain would agree with you.
Yeah, like nigga.
Paul, as a father, you as a father, I will gladly do that crime and gladly do my time.
I'm mad that you did that. You're retarded, bro. This is your family. You know what these niggas are. Drive to their house and wild out. Kick the door open and Tasmanian devil the whole crib. You know what I'm saying? But like, what are you driving, bang, 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 and hitting nobody? That's the dumbest shit ever. Like, and I get it's like a passion crime. What do you call it? Like a
crime of passion.
Crime of passion. But like, is it, nigga? Like, how mad are you?
No, it is.
Rah, bah, bah, rah. Like,
you know how that crime of passion
pull
came
up
up?
and wild out and have the passion to hurt niggas with your bare hands. You know what I'm saying?
But that's also being calculated. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing is, like, I feel like this was, I don't know. I've never been the type to like go off on somebody like right in the moment unless they right in front of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know I can. But
I'm the
like,
same.
If I'm going to, I've been mad at people before, and it's almost just kind of like in my mind. I'm like, I ain't finna raise my voice because everybody in here gonna jump on me, and I'm not gonna get to you. So the thing is, like,
You're just like me.
it's because the thing is, like, if I made up in my mind, like, I'm going there with you, like, that's where we going. Like, it ain't gonna be no, like, I ain't finna do, it ain't a show for nobody. It's me and you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, and I think other people, that might have been on his mind, but it's just like he don't calculate it that way.
He probably really crashed out.
Yeah, I can't front, man. Listen, and also I might be speaking out of turn because I can't imagine the amount of rage that I would feel finding something out like that.
Yo,
but I think I would still kind of.
They gave him bail. That's the problem. The justice system failed too, and this is what I was about to say about Crown and Pat. The justice system failed too because why was he out?
Crazy. Giving a bail is crazy.
Why was the nigga out? I don't care if why is he out? There's people right now who can't afford their bail that's sitting in jail because they took a phone out of their partner's hand, and that's technically battery. And they've been in jail for 6 months. Now they're institutionalized because the cop took them to jail, and they don't how the system works. Why is this nigga out on bail?
Nah, that's kind of crazy.
Should have been out on bail.
Yeah, that concept is crazy. I didn't think
Shouldn't have been
that.
out on bail. But here's the thing. That's the reason why Kane got mad. He was like, what? They're releasing this nigga? Oh, hell no. Nah. So, okay. All that being said, A Crime of Passion, the history, if you look it up, now I could be wrong, but a good story is a good story. A rich man killed his wife. Found her cheating, killed his wife. I don't understand the concept behind Crime of Passion. You were really mad and you killed somebody. That happens all the time.
Facts.
I was really mad that you were selling drugs on my turf.
Really think about it, it makes no sense.
It makes no sense. They made it up because that guy was rich and powerful, and they came up with that defense.
Absolutely.
And they allowed it and used it as legal precedence. So you can argue crime of passion to get a lesser sentence or get off because a rich white man once got mad that somebody was cracking his wife.
Shout out to that rich white man, because I may have a crime of passion here. So.
But they ain't going to give it to your black ass.
Facts.
Like, it was a regular crime.
Life. Regular ass crime.
Crime of...
Regular ass nigga. Like I said, man, and I just thought that shit was crazy that unanimously everyone was like, yeah, I'd have done the same. No, I would not have, you weirdos. Like, but one thing I can say about being a parent now that's very bothersome to me is I'm eternally different. Like, I would watch shit on TV before being a dad and like wouldn't do me none, nigga. Like, but like I could watch things on TV and it would not affect me. Bro, I remember maybe there's something wrong with me. I fight for a living, hey. But I remember, shout out to Devon, one of my best friends, man. I remember in like 7th grade, we were on steakandcheese.com. And I would tell people like, yo, man, if you go to steakandcheese.com.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, nigga. I said, yo, go to steakandcheese.com. And I would say, like, if you just get through the porn, there's some crazy shit in there. They would throw porn on there too, though. But if you were like 2002, 2003, you go to steakandcheese.com and you would see the craziest, like, beheadings, like the cartel wilding on people.
They had a couple of joints like that.
None of this stuff. Maybe it did affect me now, low key. But like I would watch these things and I wouldn't think nothing.
You
of
become
it.
numb to it is what happened. Yeah.
Now having a daughter and a son, bro, I see something, and I don't know if you guys obviously have kids. I don't know if this affects you guys the same way. I think of my daughter, and I can't not. So if I see a little girl that something happened to, and I'm like, I just immediately think of my daughter and like what I would do, and like no, and I just sympathize with that person now. I think of my son, and like I never used to be that way. Same thing with cancer. Like cancer to me was like, I see it on TV, like I just think I got cancer. Like, oh, that sucks. You know what I'm saying? This thing got cancer. That sucks. Until my mother got cancer. And then now it's like, that shit touched me different. So for me, now anytime I see anything with kids, man, like it's nerve wracking because I can think about my daughter. Yeah. And that shit will literally bring me to tears thinking about her upset or, you know what I'm saying, anyone remotely. Today, I picked up my daughter from school. There's like a little red line and that parents can't pass. Like you're not allowed in school to where it's a private school, but it is what it is. So during the release, The kids are lined up behind the door. The doors are open, and all the parents have like the placard with their kid's name on it. But they know me. I'm always front and center. So when they see me, they're like, Amaya. And my daughter gets up and she walks out. So it is alarming how hyper aggressive I am about my daughter. I didn't know I had this in me. I am scary aggressive to me for my daughter. And I can't help it. I'm like, damn. I'm like, I hope this shit goes away. Like, I hope this, like, I will delete anybody for this girl. So my daughter, and she's so sweet and so soft-hearted. So my daughter, and she comes, and she's like teary-eyed. I said, Mom, I take a knee right there. This parent's behind me. Hey, Sirki. I don't care what's going on. I'm just tunnel vision. Mama, I want her to say a teacher. I'm about to F5 somebody right now. I'm about to load somebody up and I'm like, let me find out a teacher made her cry at all. So I'm like, I take a knee right there. Mama, what's going on, Mama? Tell me. And she's like, I said, Amaya, what's going on? Talk to me. And long story short, she was putting her pencils away in her bin, and she likes her pencils on top. Her bin on top, and a girl put her bin on top.
What's the girl's name? Let's go get it right now. Man. Let's go get it right now.
Well,
you gonna put the pistols where they go, bitch. All
right, little bitch. Don't touch my fucking daughter's pencils, bitch.
Don't
touch my daughter's pencils, bitch. But I guess my daughter, she's 5. She's in kindergarten. So when she put her pencils up, she likes her pencil box being on top. And she's like, I forget the girl's name. She's like, she put her pencil box on top of my pencil box. And I'm like, she took your pencils? This bitch took your pencils? I said, where's this bitch? And she's like, I said, she took your pencil box? She's like, no, Daddy. And then she's like, I'm like, what happened to your pencil box? And she's like, no, I just put my box and she put hers on top of mine. I'm like, but she take it? No, I just like my box having a... And then now I'm like, all right. So I pick her up and we walk away. And I said, it's okay, Mama. Tomorrow you put your box on top. But if that's where you want your box... And I was a little like... I was hoping something happened. But I'm like, damn, why am I this aggressive? And I don't like it, though. I'm like on 10 immediately.
Because you feel like you're losing control. That's why you don't like it. But yeah,
I can't help it. I'm not like that in fights. I'm like, I see my opponent. I'm like cutting weight. I'm like, this dude's trying. I can't help it. It's weird. I've never experienced this in my life. My daughter, same thing, same school, obviously. They know me so well every day, the first parent there, that I don't need the placard. Amaya, they see me. Amaya.
Yeah.
So every day, twice a day, like clockwork. Since school started, we halfway 3/4 through the year. So, and my daughter's the second girl in line. So one day, and my daughter is so shy, so soft-spoken. So finally, one day, my daughter she sees me, she gets up, and she is just going to walk. Because they usually say her name first. It's hella kids. So she gets up and starts walking, and then lady goes, hey, Amaya, and she stops. And mind you, this is a spectacle now because I'm in the front. There's literally 40 parents, maybe 50 behind me, the teachers in the front, and all the kids. And Amaya's like, and she's like, no, you wait for me to call you. You wait for me to call you. And she's going to sit back down. Immediately starts crying. I'm on 10. Now I'm passing this line. So I'm walking to my daughter. And then the lady goes, no, you can go. I said, she's good. I said, you good? I said, she good? She's like, I said, but you good. You good, right? Okay. You good? Yeah, okay. Just like that, verbatim to the old white lady. I walk in, I say, you good? Is she good? Okay, she's okay. Are you good though? Oh, okay. I'm mad. I'm like, I want smoke with somebody. And like I pick her up and I was that mad over her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, bitch, you know my daughter is super emotional. She's in kindergarten. She's the baby. The youngest grade of school, like, relax, nigga. I'm there, relax. But then we get in the golf cart and I'm riding back. I'm like, damn, Phil, do you? Nah, I didn't. Nah, fuck that. Nah, fuck that. I'm on 10. And but why I feel like I need to be this way too is it sets a precedent. Like, I will come into school and beat up a small child for this kid. So as long as y'all know daddy is here, I think that I'd rather people be terrified of me than be like, hey, Phil. Now, he the crazy dad. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I also will beat people up for my kids.
Absolutely.
We can move on to the next segment, buddy. I don't gotta share my stories.
Yeah, because you have to have the worst stories because your kid's the oldest.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it just gets worse over time, like dealing with a high school kid. If a fifth grader call his kid a bitch, like honestly, bro, I say this to my daughter, and this is the last story. My daughter, she got kicks like me. Why? Because I like stuff. I like shoes. So if I buy shoes now, I buy them for my kids. And it's hard pressed to find a girl, any kid, a 5-year-old that's as strapped as my daughter. Laced, head to toe, just because how it is. So this one kid, he goes, I don't like your shoes. And then she goes, Daddy, so-and-so said, I don't want to say his name, he doesn't like my shoes. And she was like upset about it because now she likes clothes, she likes shoes. She told my wife, she was like, Daddy's cool. And she's like, why is Daddy? She's like, because Daddy wears gold chains.
My kid said the same thing.
Word?
Yeah. I got a story about that. Real quick.
No, do you think?
Her mother thought she might have been trans because she was like, I want to be a boy. And then she was like, what? You want to be a what? Oh, my God. No, she called me on the phone. Oh, my God. I don't know what to do. And I said, are you sure that's what she said? No, I'm telling you that's what she said. She wants to be a boy. And I was like, just talk to her. She probably doesn't even know what that means.
How old is she?
Like 4 or 5.
Oh, okay.
And then so she goes back and says, why do you want to be a boy? She's like, because I want to be like Daddy. Daddy's cool.
Fire.
And then she's like, don't you think Mommy's cool? She says, you're beautiful, Mom.
That's lit. Look, that made me feel. People think they, you know what I'm saying? I dress like this to go get coffee, right? It's just I like fashion. And my daughter, she told my wife, she's like, Daddy's cool because he wears gold chains. And like my daughter thinks I'm the coolest guy in the world, and I think that's the dopest shit ever. So now she kind of emulates me. We wear the same shoes. We got hella kicks that match. She's a 5-year-old. She literally has, I'm not proud of this, she has over 40 pair of shoes. She's fucking 5. But it is what it is. I don't care. She's my baby. So the kid, I pick her up. She's a little sad. She says, Daddy, so-and-so didn't like my shoes. And I'm like, and she's so emotional. I said, baby, he's poor. And I said, his daddy can't buy him shoes. That's why he doesn't like your shoes. And she goes, he does wear the same shoes every day. I said, it's because he's poor, Mama. And I said, his dad can't buy him shoes. So he always sees her, right? And he's like he's very aggressive. But he doesn't mean any harm. He's only 5. He's very aggressive. But he's made her cry a couple times. And he doesn't know that they're 5-year-olds. I don't care. I said, hey, tell him I will beat up his dad. Say, my daddy will beat up your daddy if you bother me. And she told him that. And I was A-okay with it. I see this nigga, and the dad, every time he sees me, he kind of just, he sees me every day. Because I'll be on the golf cart, he's like, bye, Amaya, every day. I'm like, why this nigga saying bye to you, man? He 5, man. I'm extra. I don't care. I said, tell your dad, tell him, my daddy will beat up your daddy. Don't make fun of my daughter's shoes, dog.
Talk to him. Paul, do you have some other topics for us?
I just had 2. We can hit on them real quick. Pacquiao Mayweather. Why do we need it? Why do we don't need it?
Well,
who cares?
Some of us have nothing to do. And so why not watch Pacquiao Mayweather too? Sir, can you think of a reason? Okay. Outside of Mayweather's accountant, is there any person on this earth
Facts
that thinks that this fight is worthwhile?
Let me do this. Let me ask your question with a question.
Okay.
Do you think Floyd Mayweather is broke?
I think he's rich nigga broke.
Valid.
Yeah, I think.
Yes, that's a great answer. I
Yeah.
think I agree with that. I don't think I'd be crazy to say he's broke. I think he's rich nigga broke.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think that's why at his age he's fighting. Not because he's the greatest of all time. I think he is rich nigga broke. I think he's tainting his legacy by doing these stupid fights. I'm personally not gonna watch this fight. I always say I don't, and I end up watching it like with the Jake Paul stuff. But the only reason I watched the
That
Joshua,
nigga be getting me, boy.
the only reason I watched the Joshua was because it was Anthony Joshua. I'm like, he's going to knock him out.
Yeah.
And then that's what happened. But I refuse to watch Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao. Why? Why would I watch it when niggas were complaining? Not me. I'm the biggest Floyd fan. Niggas were complaining when he fought Pacquiao. They were mad at him.
In the biggest swerve of all time.
But now he gonna fight him 20 years later.
I gotta defend Mayweather now. I will watch Mayweather versus Pacquiao too.
I won't.
I'm not watching Mayweather versus Mike Tyson, my nigga. In fact,
Is that really gonna happen? I saw
it
it.
was.
I just don't
but
think it's gonna happen.
He got hurt. Mike Tyson got passed out on another plane again. Just same thing that happened before the Jake Paul
That's
fight.
insane
So
concept.
here's what I'm saying. Mike Tyson, I understand money's good.
Mike Tyson out here getting knocked out with nobody punching him.
Yes, he's that old. So what I'm saying is that fight is an affront to all of our sensibilities. Mayweather versus Pacquiao, even fight.
You're right. Honestly, I'll watch it, and I regress. You know why I watch it? It's because in the scope of them being elite fighters, now they're both old elite fighters. So, and they fought already. Cool. Let's see who now is a healthier old boxer, because they're both still great minds, right? And the cool thing about Pacquiao and Floyd to begin with was you have arguably the best offensive boxer we've ever seen versus clearly the best defensive boxer of all time. I don't care what anyone says. Floyd isn't my GOAT. He's in my top 2, top 3, but he is, you cannot argue, the best defensive boxer of all time. In my opinion, point blank, I think statistically you can't argue that. You can argue the GOAT. You can always argue that, but defense, there's stats behind that. Like, the nigga don't get hit. Barely ever. So that always was the allure for me. Not because Pacquiao is Pacquiao and Floyd. I just watched the fight because it was offense versus defense. And at the highest level, you don't get to see that. So now you have offense at the highest level, defense at the highest level. Obviously, defense always wins. When defense wins championships, offense sells tickets. So at this point, it's just not going to be as much offense from Pacquiao. It's going to be the same defense from Floyd. We'll see. I'll watch it.
You watch it.
I'll watch it. I
Swerve again, nigga. Don't watch that shit.
Nah.
Don't watch that shit.
Nah,
Let
I
me
thought
tell you
about
why you shouldn't watch it, nigga.
I'm watching.
Boring as fuck, nigga. The first fight, they were at the top of their games. Nigga, I went out to shout outs to Buffalo Wild Wings, nigga. I mean, no, my bad. Harry Buffalo's. That's where we went. Harry Buffalo's. It's a 2-story building. That shit was sold out, nigga. It was the Clippers in the playoffs versus someone, game 6. Nigga, I was the best time of my life. That shit was packed out like a club, nigga. There was everybody everywhere. There was women in tight dresses. There was good food everywhere, nigga. And we sat there and together and bored ourselves to death, nigga. All right? It was a group suicide watching that fight. That shit was boring. And do you think it's going to be any more exciting at 48?
True.
Than it was at 36? There is no reason for anybody to watch this fight.
That's a fact.
Ever.
That's a
Except we have nothing to do, my nigga. If you put it on a day that I have nothing to do, I'll turn that shit on.
Yeah.
I'll turn that shit on.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'll stick on my stance of I'll watch it because they're two old niggas that are both elite old niggas, and they're not too old, but I ain't excited about it.
Pacquiao went to a draw with Mario Barrios. Mario Barrios is one of the worst boxers to ever exist, and Pacquiao fought him to a draw. All right? He's bad.
Not, though.
He's bad, though.
He's not.
Okay, let me say this. One of the worst boxers to ever become a champion. It's hard to argue that. All right? He went to a draw in his last 2 fights. He won a vacant title against a nobody. He beat some other nigga that's not that good. He's not. I don't really think Ryan could I beat Ryan Garcia? No. In a boxing match?
I thought he was going to beat Ryan Garcia.
I didn't think he was going to beat Ryan Garcia.
I thought he was going to beat Ryan Garcia.
I didn't think he was going to beat. I didn't think Ryan Garcia was going to develop in a right hand out of nowhere. But
I damn sure didn't think Ryan Garcia was going to wash him. But I thought he was going to beat Ryan Garcia. I get what you're saying. I don't think I'm that critical of him.
So here's what I'm saying. Do you think Pacquiao going to it? The only point I was making was that Pacquiao going to a draw with the current fighter is impressive. For being out of the ring for as long as he has.
Oh, no. Absolutely.
That is impressive.
No.
And I think if you wanna make me actually care about this fight for real, Mayweather needs to fight somebody of equal or greater status.
Okay, yep, makes sense. That's a very good
first,
argument.
and then I'll care.
Very good argument because yes, very good argument. And I think that's a good argument.
And be very observant of who Mayweather picks to fight. Because if he picks you to fight him, you are trash. Because he's not going to lose. He's not letting himself lose.
No.
He picks you, you are trash to him. He thinks you suck, and that's why he wants to fight you. And I guarantee you, if he needs more money, he'll be calling out Mario Barrios. He'll be calling out Ryan Garcia. He'll be calling out Rolly. He'll be calling out all the niggas that are trash. He'll be calling them out. He ain't gonna fight Tank. He ain't gonna fight motherfucking But come on, get out of here.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna fight nobody that's a nigga.
Different level of drugs you have to be taking.
Yeah. So all that being said, fuck it. Let them get their money, man. You know what I mean?
First of all, is the UFC just cool with them doing RAF?
Yeah.
I
mean,
it's because they kind of see it like wrestling or
whatever. Yeah, it is wrestling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Eyeballing doing RAF?
Yeah, I mean, Chad, what are you doing? Chad's supposed to been match me up, the owner of RAF, Izzy, Lance Palmer. Yeah. Y'all niggas left me on scene, bro. What are y'all doing, man? But they had me out.
Stop fighting the greatest to practice that sport of all time.
To be honest,
like stop taking those fights. Can you take a regular fight,
nigga?
This nigga goes to jiu-jitsu for the first time. Let me just fight the second best nigga to ever exist. How about you just take a, you know?
He did the first best the first time. Then he did the second best the second time.
Literally. And what's crazy is what he just said. Them niggas offered me David Carr.
Oh my
literally
God.
the best wrestler on the planet right now.
I don't even know who David Carr is.
He is.
But I can tell by the
Nate
tone in
Carr's
which you
son.
said it.
He is on the senior level of wrestling now, right? Meaning he will wrestle in the Olympics. If the Olympics was this year, he'd be the gold medalist. Like he's beat everybody that he not shouldn't beat because he is a national champion, multiple time national champion, but he is arguably the best wrestler on the planet right now.
You the nigga that walk in the gym and everybody, so you the best player in the gym, nigga? Come on, nigga.
Bro, but look, this is what I said. I said, yo, look, give me a jiu-jitsu guy, give me an MMA guy, UFC guy, and let's promote it. And then I can talk crazy and promote a match with David Carr. They like the idea because they know I'll be able to promote. But they said, okay, Phil, but we want you to go with David Carr first. I was like, damn, nigga. I said, why? They said because right now there's not a match that they could promote with him. He had a match with Bilal. He smoked Bilal. That's David Carr. But nigga, he's going to Dagestan. He's going over there and he's beating everybody.
Why would you? Come on, man. That's stupid. That's promotional malpractice. This is the reason why wrestling, jiu-jitsu, kickboxing, you niggas don't get your sports up there with the U.S. crowd because you don't understand how it works. Get my nigga Phil a few easy wins, my
That's
nigga.
a fact.
Let this nigga talk some shit. They be like, yo, this nigga's 3-0. We gonna give him David Carr. And then the rest of us gonna say, who the fuck is David Carr? I feel like Phil's gonna win. There will be, you know what I mean? Phil will talk shit. We'll put money on Phil. All this other kind of shit. Boom. That's how you do that.
That's
you want to create a star. You can't give Sean O'Malley motherfucking what's the dude, the champion, the ex-champion?
Islam? No. It's a champ.
In his division. From exactly. Okay, Marab.
Yeah.
You can't give Sean O'Malley Marab in his first or second fight.
Nah.
Let Sean O'Malley whoop a few niggas' asses first. Then you give him Marab, nigga.
That's a fact. And but now if you've looked, Arman versus Giorgio, Henry versus Uriah Faber. Now they're doing more of the matches that you're talking about, and they understand. You just seen Arman
Whoop off on Giorgio.
have a brawl versus Giorgio, right? So now they've got all this promo, and everybody wants to be a part of RAF now. So now they're gonna have these good matches. Like, you can't just put all these elite senior level wrestlers that are just wrestling against like the UFC guys. I know the narrative for these guys, they want to see the UFC guys lose, but like it's just not fun, right?
It's dumb.
You have to, exactly. So like Bilal was not going to beat David Carr, clearly. But Bilal will have a good match with another UFC guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I think they did Yoel wrong too. Yoel whooped the dude's ass. He could have been a star for you. You don't go give him to a real
I know, but then but in Yoel's defense, he beat Pat Downey. So when Yoel is a silver medalist, right? And Yoel did, but this is in the 90s. That's how elite this nigga is. But he beat Pat Downey, and I think once he beat Pat Downey, shout out to the homie Pat, they were like, damn, he beat PD3, we can put him in there, and then that's what happened.
See, no, you were
can't
supposed to. He beat Pat Downey. Then you give him 6. Let me promote the shit.
Give him 6 UFC fighters, 6 kickboxers. Put singlets on these.
Get
niggas.
that nigga. Who's it?
Get a nigga
Who's
Alex
the nigga that got kneed by Jorge? Who's the nigga?
Stop.
Give him Ben Askren, nigga. Fresh off the operation table, nigga. You understand what I'm saying? Give him Ben Askren,
nigga. Nah.
In his first fight back after battling with every cancer known on earth, nigga. Yoel versus Ben.
I'm not.
That's how you do that shit. Yeah. No lungs, nigga. For pre-transplant, nigga. Him versus Yoel. That's how you do that shit.
I'm not co-signing it.
Then niggas just like, God damn. They casual fans eating popcorn, watching Yoel beat up fucking signs of Shaq. Give him Shaq, nigga.
Word.
Give him Shaq cutout signs to wrestle, nigga. That's how you build that shit up, nigga.
Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Who's getting mad at that shit now? What's my man's name? British fighter. He does the karate style. What's MVP? MVP. He's mad at his matchmaking. That's because he understands. He comes from, what is it, PFL or Bellator? One of them.
Bellator.
They built him up by letting him crush the skulls of washed niggas, my nigga. You understand what I'm saying? And he became a must-see fighter. And the thing is, he's actually good. So when he got in the fight with a 50-50, yeah, he lost. But that's how the fight game goes sometimes. But he's actually a good fighter. The nigga's 39 years old. He's whooping off on UFC, younger fighters in the UFC.
Crazy.
You gave him a matchup that was 50-50. I thought he was going to beat the white boy. What's his name?
Ian Gary.
I thought he was going to beat Ian Gary. But Ian Gary got him with the wrestling. Cool. His stock is still up, though. Then he just whooped off on the pirate ass nigga. What's the pirate Muslim nigga?
Sheriff Koff, Bullet, whatever.
Yeah, Bullet. Sharapova, whatever the fuck that nigga's name. He whooped off on Bullet, and now you put him. He goes up in weight class, and you give him to nobody, my nigga.
Yeah,
Promotional malpractice.
I feel him. I feel him. You know, nigga beat Jared Cannonier.
There you go.
At 85.
Yep.
Nigga. He couldn't get a match at 170. I'll go up and fight a ranked Jared Cannonier who fought for a world title, who fought Izzy to a decision. What? And beat the nigga dancing on the nigga, dropping the nigga. Yo, low key, that nigga is elite. Legendary elite.
This is why I say the promotion is off, because 10 years ago, if he was in the UFC doing what he's doing,
oh my God.
He'd be out of here.
Oh, no.
Out of here.
The biggest star ever to exist.
Out of here.
Gone.
Out of here.
Movie star. Like, can speak. Alex is the biggest star in the world. He says Shama. Think about that concept. You can't put this nigga in a movie. Shama. Nah. He's the biggest star in the world. If that nigga MVP 10 years ago, oh my God.
That's part of his mystique, though.
No, that makes him dope.
Alex did that.
Yeah, of course.
Alex and his people did that.
Of course.
You did that.
Yep.
You put Alex in your Instagram. These people go around get videos. His people did that. The UFC
Absolutely.
didn't do that.
Absolutely.
Fucking Stylebender did that. This nigga called it from beginning, that storyline.
Yep.
And it played out perfectly. Stylebender should have retired after that. See, these niggas need me in their ear.
Bro.
Why would you come back to fight fucking...
Why would you throw another punch?
Nigga, what? Your career...
Yum. Ah!
Go home.
What?
Go home.
Nigga, what? I'm
Go
about to
home.
own...
He should have sat out for a year and a half.
I'm about to be the CEO of Toyota, nigga. After that, I'm owning the Clippers. After that, nigga,
Man,
I'd have sat down.
him and Alexander, what's his name? The other, like he fought with Islam and gave him toughest fight.
What did I say? We are Pokemon, literally. Grass, water, fire. You're going to lose, my guy. Let me be the matchmaker for Alex Pereira. You would have no idea who he is. He'd be 0-20. I would never do that. That's my man's. But you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're matched accordingly, my guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, 3 wrestlers I can name right now. Bang, bang, bang. They would shoot, take you down, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, like you're saying, build these guys, man. Like, this guy. I'm a black belt in jiu-jitsu. I've never been mounted in the UFC. I've never had my back taken. I've never really been compromised, right? I'm clearly good on the ground, whether I'm submitting guys or not. I'm not getting submitted. I'm not getting knocked out, right? All the fights are me what? Getting these niggas off me. Getting these niggas off me. I get that's a part of being in the UFC. Give me Carlos Prates. Give me the Boogeyman. Give me Uros Medic, 100% finish rate. Guess who got 100% finish rate? Me too. It sounds crazy, right? Give me one of them guys and watch them stand in front of me. Watch what happen. Why don't you get them niggas? These niggas with beards and no mustaches. I'm not saying I'll fight anybody. You get what I'm saying, though. Like, Alex, I'm sure he'll fight anyone, too. But, like, you're matching people accordingly. If you want to see this highlight stuff, if you want to see this pull right hand and me cook somebody, give me the scary dude. Give me whoever is the boogeyman on the feet. No. You put the tallest thing in the division with the longest reach against niggas that big that want to wrestle me. I'm cool, and we're still wrestling. We're getting them off. I've knocked 4 of them out. But put a nigga in front of me that want to move around a little bit. See what happens. Put a nigga that kickbox. The baddest one. God damn.
Promotional.
Hire this nigga, man.
Shout out
this nigga a job.
Shout out to Luke Thomas. Promotional malpractice, my nigga. That's
I like
what's
Luke
going on.
Thomas. Shout out to Luke Thomas. That's the homie.
Yeah.
We fuck with Luke Thomas.
Promotional malpractice. Him and
That's
Eric,
what he says?
That's his phrase.
Promotional malpractice?
Yeah.
Shout out to Luke Thomas, though.
Him and Ariel Helwani are the only 2 niggas that were around back when I was watching.
Shout out to Ariel, too. That's the homie.